Because here's the thing. I'm gonna put this out there. Are you willing to be used anyway when God's will doesn't match yours? Because you gotta look at it.
That's when you're in partnership.
Yeah. Because you gotta look at the coaching situation, bro. Coaches put together the game plan, right? But it might be a play that he called that you don't want to run. It might be a play that he called that you don't want to run. He's looking at the offense or he's looking at the defense. He's looking at the playbook. And here it is. Here's the thing. The playbook is based on the purpose and how they're going to win the game. You only know the players, the films, the position, things like that, right? You have knowledge of a game plan if you're a student of the game at the end of the day. However, at the end of the game, at the end of the day, you're the player. And the player has to respond to the plays of the coaches. The players have to respond to the game plan from the coach. Coach, God, we the players, right? The game plan is in this sense is what? Purpose. So at the end of the day, God's purpose isn't based upon your will. It's based upon his plan for your life. So when he calls a play that you don't want to run, now you're getting in the way of his will, which is getting in the way of purpose. So when we're talking about being used, like I said, we can't tell God when and how to use us. If we're saying that we're going to make ourselves available to be used, then you just got to run the play.
The B2S podcast is brought to you by Motivated Apparel. Motivated Apparel, the premier gear for motivation. A brand that motivates, inspires, and empowers you to stay motivated while chasing your dreams. Head on over to www.shiftmotivations.com/shop motivated apparel and grab yourself some motivated apparel today.
Welcome to another episode of the Blueprint to Success podcast. Hey, once again, I'm your host, Mike Mariner, a.k.a. the Shift Motivator. Blueprint Nation, stand up. Once again, we are excited and delighted and honored to be joined with you all on tonight. Once again, it's hump day, midweek. Y'all know how we like to get down. So at the end of the day, man, let's go ahead and get these preliminaries out the way. Yeah, man, y'all know how we do. This my brother from another mother. Hey, man, just got a new track dropping on tonight. I'll let him tell y'all about that. Ain't gonna get into it. But let's just go ahead and get these preliminaries out the way, man. This my brother from another mother. Man, y'all give it up for Alexander Hall. It's the out of the grave. Yeah.
I'm at the grave today.
Yeah. But I did it the Jesus way.
For sure, man.
But I tell why?
Appreciate it. It ain't just me. It's me.
The whole project, everybody that worked on it.
Me, shouts out to Diamond North Cape. We definitely in the building all day, all night. Big ups to my mans Ryan Isaiah, Creative Kings. If y'all need some visuals, y'all need some direction in your videos, that's the man that goes.
That's the man with the plan.
Yes, for sure. So
yeah,
Kenny Revival Records, for sure. So,
yeah.
Just put in some work, man.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Ain't nothing too much, man.
Too damn. Some little light. Yeah.
Listen, I got my own North Cape Studio playlist. Listen, every time y'all drop something, it's in there.
But yeah, man, we definitely gonna tap into that a little bit, man. Y'all know who this guy is. On my right, y'all left, man. And my brother from the same mother.
Big Bag.
Mr. Big Bag.
Yes, sir.
Big Dub. Yes, sir. Mr. Ain't got it.
Wagwan.
But I can go get it.
Wagwan.
Most of the time, I always got it.
Wagwan.
What's up, bro? Y'all give it up for Boy Wonder, man.
You know what I'm saying? In a good way.
Yeah, I keep on pushing.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. Listen, man. As they say, it ain't for the weak.
Sure
But
ain't.
just man, doing what I do, bro,
Yeah.
and just staying faithful in the small,
Mm-hmm.
and just doing a little bit by little bit each day, getting something done. So, just balancing school life, labor life,
Right.
personal life,
That part.
work life,
Me too.
Jesus life, Holy Spirit life. No, I can keep going, but nah, man, it's been good, bro. I look at just even the season we all in, just how God is gracing us to continue to move forward and continue to do things that seem like, okay, how we gonna get that done? But I'm just like, oh, okay, you showing me ways how to get that done. So, um, and it's very doable. So I'm just grateful, bro.
Yeah,
Just
man.
still working, still visually planning, still the whole nine.
Yeah.
Takes a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
longer now with school.
Hey,
Gotta
man.
knock that schoolwork out. That's why I be so adamant of like boom, 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 boom. You knock a lot of my stuff up top of the week and then
Yeah.
try to
Yeah.
between work and then weekend. If I ain't working, I'll just
Yeah.
try to knock it out the park.
Yeah. I know what you mean there, buddy.
Cause I'm telling you,
Man.
they.
And I'm on the lights, y'all. I think every time I crack open that laptop, I'm like, man, how in the world, bro taking 5 classes? I'm taking one, and I'm like, oh Jesus.
It's
Like,
routine
Lord.
structure. Like just like with anything that you're building and working on, I just found my groove. You
Yeah.
know, that it's like prioritizing personal, and then it's like, okay, everything else is around that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's just and it really works and flow with everything we do. So
Yeah.
it just works out lovely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Calendar's my best friend. That and the reminders. Cause I'll be like, oh snap. Cause you know how on the different you got the discussions, but then you got the content with the assignment, then you got the news. So it's like it ain't all in one place. You gotta actually go hunting. So it's just like, okay, it just needs to be calibrated
Yeah.
and written down. So no more off the just the mind.
Yeah, but you know the thing about me though is like, even though I'm nervous and excited at the same time, but it's like I'm learning new things and then
Yeah.
dealing with my peers and stuff. So because all my stuff is online. So and that's because of my skills. I prefer it that way. But just having to interact with the peers online, it's kind of dope because you reading everybody different perspectives.
Yeah.
And so because you're in this learning environment, and the older I've gotten, it's like I enjoy learning. So it's like I'm taking it all in. And trying not to get frustrated in the process when you're trying to learn these new formats and all this type of stuff. So, but at the end of the day, it's like I'm gonna, expand my capacity to learn, expand my capacity to receive, expand my capacity in my vocabulary because I'm expecting all of these things. So yeah,
It really helps out a lot on the personal tip. Like
yeah,
stuff they be like, oh man, I can use this for my arsenal as far as
mm-hmm.
learning how to do different things in ministry and music wise, or just how to really everything that you learn and engage with enhance everything that you already know. You know what I'm saying? They just take things to the next level like how it should.
Yeah.
Like anything that you learn or expand on, it should always advance and move you forward in a whole nother way than what you came. And so it's been a real good personal experience. Like you say, it really has. And then it helps me on my job too,
yeah,
personally as well. So it's been an eye opener,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. That's cool, man. I guess we can actually kind of slide in tonight, man, about the topic. So, because it's like a lot of time we ask God, it'd be crazy, man. You be always in that vein with the rhetoric. So it's be like, God use me, God, all this time, and then when He do, you be like, whoo. I know it's gonna be like this, because a lot of time when you asking God to use you, He gonna use you, and using you don't feel good, sometimes. So, but it's like I'm even looking at that tonight, man. It's like being used. So it's like we're taking that next step in gaining more to be able to do more, right?
Right.
So at the end of the day, your usage is being categorized by the amount of information and activation that you place on the inside of you.
Right.
And so what I mean by that is you can only be used to the capacity of what's in you. So at some point, in order to reach your greatest potential, you're going to have to do something outside of what you're doing right now, or even outside of the ordinary, to reach that full potential. And for us, we're back on the academic climb again. So we just want to kind of tap into that a little bit tonight, as far as like use, because it's like, you ever feel like you're being used sometime by people? And here's the thing is, you're always being used, because whether you feel like you're being used by people, God is allowing you to be used by him, even in those situations to where somebody you feel like you're being mistreated. But here's the question I just want to throw out there while I look up some stuff while y'all dialogue. But I'm gonna throw this question out there. Like, how does it feel being used when God is requiring from you what he gifted you with, what he anointed you with, and it's somebody that mistreated you, cheated you, or did something that wasn't to your liking, but God is telling me or you, I need that what I put in you to dismantle this situation.
Yeah.
I need to use you in this situation, regardless of how that person treated you, regardless of how you feel about that person. I need you to still be used, because you can't. Here's the thing. When you ask God to be used, you can't tell him when and how to use you. Because the thing was, God used me. Okay, I got you. But here's the thing. You can't pick and choose when and how God to use you. So your gift is your gift. Your anointing is your anointing. Your business is your business. Your trial is your trial. But at the end of the day, God is going to use you just like you asked, which is to be used. But you can't tell him when and how. So I want to throw it out there. How do you feel about being used in the process when God is requiring the gift, the very thing that he gave you back, to be in a situation that you don't want to be in? So I'm just gonna blow the spot up just that quick, cause we'll be first. God use me, man,
But not like that.
but not like that.
Yeah.
And then God says no, because you know what I'm saying. How to feel you asking for help for somebody,
Right.
but then when you ask them for help, they turn the blind eye, and then God still is telling you, no, I still need you to go over here and do. Happens all the time.
Yeah.
I reach out to you, you don't reach back. When I need you, you ain't nowhere to be found. But as soon as you call my phone, hey, I got you, and you don't get that same reciprocation.
Right.
But in the process, you're still being used, but not in a good way in which you see. But God is like, hey, you said you want to be used. I need you to handle that.
Yeah.
It's not an easy conversation to have, but it's necessary.
Bro.
So I'm just gonna blow the spot up like that.
I mean, you blew it up. For me personally, I remember two situations, like personally. But I think what helped me, and this is what we had in our earlier episodes, if y'all haven't, check it out. But it was about, are you willing to be used in the process of, in spite of how you feel? I remember I had a certain situation going on. I did not like the outcome. I was to the point where I was gonna butt the system. I was just like, you know what? I don't even want to do it no more. And it's somebody I knew personally that it's just like, wow, you see everybody else in this light, but you don't see me in that light. And so you will give me the bottom barrel, or if anything at all, and don't see the value of that. And I remember the Holy Spirit vividly said, I need you to still do this, right? And what I mean by vividly is meaning just like pressed upon my heart, like, just for context. And I remember we did the show, and it's no secret, we went to out of state to another place, and through that process, not only did it strengthen my, I don't want to say tolerance, but my understanding of when you have to do it even when you don't feel like I'm worth doing this for. Because it's like, we like this, but you don't see me like this in this light. But I got a free music video out of it. you know what I'm saying? It's like if you stop yourself before you get to the other side of that, you don't know what the reward is going to be on the opposite side of that. You don't know what you're going to miss out. You don't know what other networking opportunities that provides and closeness and what other avenues that can open on the other side of the rejection or the feeling of the in spite of. And I remember, bro, it was one of the episodes that we did, and it always brought back to my remembrance. I was just like, okay, I gotta eat it. I don't want to eat it, but I gotta eat it for the sake of one, my integrity, two, not looking like crazy, like because I always think about that scripture when you say, arguing with fools, and it's certain situations that you just have to keep your mouth closed and take a mental note on. And I was just like, you know what? I can't keep doing this. And I took that mental note. I was like, I eat it. I'll be obedient, but I don't like it. I don't like how I'm feeling. And like, bro, we talked about it. So I was just like, you knew how I really felt about it. And you was just like, what? I was just like, yeah. And through the process of that, I understand more now than ever that everything isn't always meant to be addressed right then and there. A lot of stuff that you go through is just meant to take a mental note and be like, okay, I see what type of time you're on. I see where your head at, and I see how you see me. And a lot of it isn't meant for the other person to know. But a lot of it's just like relationships. Everything that we do is to be mirrored, not only because of who the person is, but it's to see who you are within you and how you handle what you need to handle within that situation and how you handle it. So I've always like, okay, I learned how to put that to the side. I'm like, okay, now my growth is happening in not tolerance but understanding. My growth is happening in patience. My growth is happening in perseverance. My growth is happening to like, okay, nah, we can't do that. And it helps me to discern and move and navigate in no matter what. I'm still spotless because it takes a lifetime to have a great name, but a few seconds to destroy it. And that's what keeps me anchored. That's what keeps me reeled back, like from going off the hinges. Like it's like I have to think about what do I have to lose. I have a lot to lose because my witness. I have a lot to lose. So I have to keep in mind. I have to be anchored. Like I can't go there. And I don't win all the battles, but I win most. But I learn out of the battles that I do lose. Like I could have handled that battle, or you know what. I need to understand. That's what it was. My emergency is not their emergency. That always anchored me. Because it's like I had to learn not to put myself in those type of situations. That was the lesson. Because you know their track record for this, but you still engaging and you still like you got that little ounce of hope that maybe they done, I know you was going through something personally, but it's just like, you know what? I gotta stop putting myself through these cycles, because if the last time they haven't learned or there's no somewhat progression, then I have to stop putting myself in those type of situations, because sometimes it's not just all them. When you understand and you realize where they're at, now it's up to you whether you want to continue to move into that or to converse into that or indulge to that. After that, it's fair game. Like, don't complain about something you already have an understanding of versus something you walking by blindly into. So for me, and it's hard, bro, especially in our profession and industry, and knowing the turnover rate, it's hard because it's like you don't want to be that person that you only want to come to because they're hot at the moment. Or because you see the traction and like, hey, what's going on? Like, you hear from them in years or weeks, and you still give them that same respect. You know what I'm saying? You investigate that, but there's a way how you investigate. You know what I'm saying? It's a way to do things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sound big dog. He just said no. He like, what?
Coming from the house.
Yeah, I was so how that resonates with me is okay, so it's like this how it just hit with me. Like we have to Well, not we. Let me get it straight to me. I ain't finna be talking about we like a. But I had to come to the point to where
Mm-hmm.
I was like, who is calling my plays? Like, who is calling my shots?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Who is calling my shots? Am I calling my shots, or am I letting God call my shots? Like,
Mm-hmm.
who was calling my plays? Am I calling my plays? Am I trying to be Bill Belichick?
Mm-hmm. Right.
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 Or am I gonna let God be Nick Saban?
That's a bar.
You know what I mean? Like, so who's calling my plays, right?
Right. I like that. Yeah.
Because you gotta understand that both those coaches are head coaches,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and they are championship winning coaches. They done lost some
Mhm.
games, of course, but they
Right.
are championship
Right.
winning coaches. So like, plays are plays, bro.
Mm-hmm.
A Hail Mary in
Mhm.
in the NFL game is gonna be a Hail Mary in a college football game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, said, like, whatever that you do, you gotta understand that it's gonna stick, whatever that you do.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So if if you're called to love
Mhm.
and you're putting your trust in people, in which you should be putting your trust in God
Mhm.
over people.
Mhm.
Like, I'm called to love you, not trust you.
Mhm.
Okay, so intimacy, we need some type of intimacy for us to be close in proximity, intimacy.
Right.
So if I place myself in position to where I put my trust in you and I put my energy into you, did God tell me to do that?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Or am I doing that? Am I running this play, or is God running this play?
Mhm.
Because if I'm running this play
Mhm.
and it's not turning out how I thought it was going to turn out, then that's a self-inflicted wound.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
But if God is telling me, look, I
Mhm.
know it's looking crazy, but I still need you to act this way.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
still need you to love on them this way.
Mhm.
I still need you to add extra grace on them. I still need you to be patient with them. I
Mhm.
still need you to study them and learn things about them and then act with them based upon what you have learned from their fruit.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it doesn't go how I think it's gonna go, but he is telling me to do it, it's a reason why.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
Right.
it's definitely.
Right.
It's a reason
Right.
why. And his play is better than my play. So depend on who's calling the plays
Mhm.
determines how you see the doggone output.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I had to learn, like, okay, who's calling my play? Is this me or is this God?
Mhm. Bro, I like these. I like you got my mind going. Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Is this me or is this God? Because
Yeah.
if God telling me to do this and you acting funny, it's a reason why. Therefore, all things work together.
Right.
Facts.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So therefore, I'm not partnering with my feelings. I'm partnering with God right now.
Mm-hmm.
Me and him is like this with this situation.
Bro,
Because if it was just you and your feelings, you'd have been dealt.
Exactly.
you been out.
You'd have been out.
Yeah.
Right. So when you're dealing with someone who's hard to deal with and it's God sending you and he's giving you instruction, it's not you and them. It's you and God, and y'all got something going on with that situation.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely going to expose and teach and heal something about that situation. But if it's just you and you doing it,
Mm-hmm.
you might end up in a situation where you're going to need the whole Trinity to get you out of.
Yeah.
I need God,
No
the Holy
cap.
Spirit, Jesus, Moses,
No cap.
Joshua.
He
I
done
need
threw
all of
He
them.
threw Moses and Joshua up in the
I need
Enoch.
the
I
Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
I need the lady who had the oil with brushing Jesus' feet with her hair. I need her.
Oh man.
I need Mary to get the bandages
Help.
off me. I need everybody.
Help.
You know what I'm
Call the whole
saying?
Calvary.
Help me.
Help me. Yeah.
right? So, but that's if you're doing it, right? But if God is saying to do
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
it's a whole different ball game. So it's like I had okay said, who is calling your plays, bro? Is this you or is this God?
Yeah.
Because it's a big difference, bro. If He's sending you,
Right.
it's a humongous
Right.
difference because you're not partnering with you on your emotions. If God is sending me, okay, God, it's me and you up against whatever that this is.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because if you go alone, you go alone.
Right. Right.
You ain't
Bro.
got no covering if you go alone. But if
Facts.
God send you and it look jacked up, okay, God, you told me to patience, be patient. God, you keep telling me to be patient, be okay. Then next thing you know, you start being patient. You start walking with Him, and then you start having endurance, and then you start to see what's really going on with this person. Versus if you in a situation where God did not send you, and then you telling yourself, thinking it's God, you false prophecy, you prophesying to yourself. That ain't God, that's you. That's your feelings. That's your feelings. What you hear him being patient because you want the best outcome in this situation. No.
Right.
Yeah.
Like don't bamboozle yourself. No.
I love the illustration you used with the coaches. Because here's the thing. I'm gonna put this out there. Are you willing to be used anyway when God's will doesn't match yours?
Facts.
Because you gotta look at it.
That's when you're in partnership with him, yeah.
Yeah. Because you gotta look at the coaching situation, bro. Coaches put together the game plan, right? But it might be a play that he called that you don't want to run. It might be a play that he called that you don't want to run. He's looking at the offense or he's looking at the defense or he's looking at the playbook. And here it is. Here's the thing. The playbook is based on the purpose and how they're going to win the game. You only know the players, the films, the position, things like that, right? You have knowledge of a game plan if you're a student of the game at the end of the day. However, at the end of the game, at the end of the day, you're the player. And the player has to respond to the plays of the coaches. The players have to respond to the game plan from the coach. Coach, God, we the players,
Right.
right? The game plan is in this sense is what? Purpose. So at the end of the day, God's purpose isn't based upon your will.
Yep.
It's based upon His plan for your life. So when He calls a play that you don't want to run, now you're getting in the way of His will,
Yep.
which is getting in the way of purpose. So when we're talking about being used, like I said, we can't tell God when and how to use us. If we're saying that we're going to make ourselves available to be used, then you just got to run the play. At the end of the day, you just got to run the play. You're in that moment, the play has been called. Here's the thing about God, though. God knows the end versus a natural coach. God knows who wins the game. It's a fixed fight. It's a fixed match. So at the end of the day, the play that He's calling is the play that you need to run to win. Now, you may not understand why He called that play at that time. But at the end of the day, when you says God use me, He's focused on purpose. He's not focused on your past trauma that you didn't deal with. I'm asking you to deal with that now so you can be used more effectively. But at the end of the day, he's not going to take it easy. Listen, I love the sport of football, but sports is when you get injured, depending upon the severity of the injury, they still expect you to play.
Yep, they do because I was talking to Rain.
Mm-hmm.
Pop was like, cause Pop played right tackle, right? So he was like, I was on the phone with him about 2 days ago, and he was like, Daddy, know what I'm saying? He said, well, okay, he said, Daddy. He got a deep voice.
You gotta
Right?
do it
I
right.
got
You gotta do it right.
Dirty.
He said, Daddy, Coach called me Hurricane. I said, for real? So now Coach gave him a nickname. I said, okay. But he said, yeah, man, my hand got jammed up. I was going for a tackle, then somebody else came and it had jammed my hand up. I say, jam my hand up. I say, well, Well, how you gonna play with I said, Pop, if your hand messed up, son,
Yeah.
how you gonna play? His response was, he sounds some, I'll be all right.
Mm-hmm.
You wanna play.
They wrap that joke up if they have to. You play with one hand.
You wanna play. So they do expect you still to play.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
because it's based on the severity of the injury. If something like that, if it's and you got to play with that pain. And here's the thing about sports, because sports give you a stigma.
Yeah.
If you soft, so it's a thin line. But at the end of the day, when you know what you signed up for, it's actually part of the process. Because if you are injured, if you're not on your deathbed, if it is not going to cripple you, you are still required to play. You might have tweaked your ankle, but if you can still function, I need you on that court. You know what I'm saying? Like, say, hand. Like, you see it all the time. The guy's hand jam their thumb, or they jam two fingers, or whatever. They take them suckers up. You go out there and you just be smart about how you do stuff. So at the end of the day, you still require. So it's like you may be dealing with trauma. You may be frustrated because God has put you in a situation, and in that situation is people that you don't want to deal with. But God is saying, here's the thing that you don't understand. I need you to get in that situation because there's purpose on the other side of that situation that you're not aware of. And the thing that you've been praying about is on the other side of that, of which I'm trying to send you. But because it doesn't look like what you want it to look like, now you don't want to go because you feel in some type of way because of who's involved. He don't care. At the end of the day, listen.
The B2S podcast is brought to you by No Grind, No Glory Apparel, R828 edition. It's a reminder to stay strong, to be courageous, to starve your fears, and to feed your faith. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, just know that you were born to stand out and make an impact. Head over exclusively to www.nogrindnoglory.net and grab you some merch as a daily reminder that all things work together.
Players get mad at each other when people get put in certain situations because of this. They think maybe, man, you should have had so and so ran that play, or you should have had so. A lot of times the coaches, right, wrong, or indifferent, they have a purpose for why they do most of the stuff that they do. The other time, sometimes they may just be trying stuff because ain't nothing working right now. So it don't matter. So that's smart, and it don't happen a lot, but it does happen. It's like, man, isn't that no matter what we do, they stop it. No matter what we. So sometimes they be, but for the most part, it's a reason for why they do what they do. They see something off, or we got an advantage over here, so I need you to run this play. So God is saying, I see the advantage over here because what I need to sharpen you won't sharpen unless I see you through this tunnel right here. So you can't worry about who's at the end of that tunnel. Man, she did me wrong, man. I ain't fooling with her. Right, your healing is going to come through this. And on the other side of that, there's going to be a partnership that's going to come, that's going to be unbreakable, but you can't see it right now.
Right. Right.
Your millionaire status is on the other side of that woman that you don't want to deal with. Ooh, boy, I just heard somebody right there.
Purpose.
Yeah.
That's purpose.
You know what I'm saying? It's perfect.
and then on the contrary, bro, you gotta look at it like this too. Like, if you in a situation and you dealing with people and they are faulty in their behavior,
Yeah.
and then you treat them faulty as a result of how they did you, how in the world, especially if they've been in a circle like that, they've been caught up in that. So how in the world are you going to be able to show them or allow them to experience something they have never seen before? How are you going to be able to sow them a different type of seed if you keep giving them the same thing how they gave you?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no witness there.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
So at least when you walk away from them, or when they walk away from you, right?
Yeah.
In the back of their mind, they should be able to say, "Dang, they was different. I don't care what they show on the outside. It don't matter. In their mind, they're gonna be like, yeah, they was different. They might not tell nobody, but they know you did not handle them the way they handled you.
Mm-hmm.
And that right there, my friend, is called seed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when it gets watered, that's not
Right.
on
That's not
you,
on
but
you.
somebody
Exactly.
got to
Right.
sow a different type of seed
Right.
of
That's
what
good.
they have been receiving.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
Somebody got to sow it.
You know that's good because
That's good, yeah.
we as people we look at the qualified, but God looks at the available.
Mm-hmm.
So it's and through that we justify success through that. We justify, oh, if I could just connect with this person, if I could just connect with that person because of where they at. And it's like you have a person who sees where they can go in because it's a shortcut, but then there's another person because of the impact. It's because, man, I got to talk to him. I got to tell him, hey, look, bro, you helped me to get through this because of this when I was in this season. Like, it's a difference. So you have to be available and not look at those who are qualified. But God sees everybody across the playing field as qualified. He chooses. Like, some are called, some are chosen. And it's that fine line, because if we're just looking at the qualified, we're missing it. Because what about the unqualified that God has them in a place where you're trying to go, but because you don't see and deem as they ain't got the followers, they ain't got the
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't
Right.
have the appearance of,
Right.
this dude can have Grammys, this dude can read novels that you have no clue about, but because he doesn't fit your box of what success looks like to you or how they should impact you, that you dismiss them. That's disrespectful.
Right.
That's just disrespectful. And that's why God says, whoever's available, I'll use.
Right.
He don't say whoever's qualified, I use.
Right. Well, look at Moses. Moses was did I stutter? Did I stutter? No
Peter,
more locked doors.
3 times.
He didn't want to go to Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? But God wanted to use Moses to deliver people. So without Moses, there was no deliverer. Could he have used somebody else? Yes, of course. But he chose Moses. So he wanted to do something. Look at Jonah. He gave Jonah an assignment. Jonah ran in the opposite direction. But what? Purpose was calling. And he still had to fulfill that. You understand? So there's plenty of examples that we have out there how God used people that they didn't want to be used in that moment, but at the end of the day, they made themselves available.
Yep.
And God did what he wanted to do in the process.
Even with Joseph in the pit, when he felt like he was forgotten, because he told the man, hey, man, when you make it out, mention my name.
Yeah.
It's been some years.
Yeah.
Hey, he thought he was forgotten.
Yeah.
But and like you said, everything all works together for those who love him.
But he did. Okay, so in the King James version, when it said that he forgot, and it had a T on it, and so you can drop down to the bottom of the page,
Right.
and it tell you what really that meant in that form of language. So from when I researched the word "forgot" with the translation, basically it was like it was almost like when he literally was dismissive on the fact that what Joseph did for him at the time, because he had just got out. So I just want to say, because he was free. So a side effect of freedom is amnesia. Everybody know. A side effect of freedom. One side effect of freedom is amnesia. When people get out of that situation, they act like.
That's why I was like,
Yeah, I'm trying to see where he got. See where he going.
No, but I knew where he was going, because I was like,
I did. But that's good.
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What?
Yeah, what?
Side effect of freedom is amnesia. Right?
One side effect of freedom is amnesia. They
They forget that was them.
They forget that was them, right?
Yeah,
so,
facts.
That's good, bro.
You feel me?
Yeah,
But when later on, you know, as you read, when Pharaoh was like, whoop,
Right.
oh, he paid it back. He paid it back.
Right.
He paid it back because Pharaoh actually needed something Like he was out now. He been out. He doing his thing. He parlaying. But so now his levels is down. His levels
Yeah.
is down. So Pharaoh needed something. Oh yeah. Oh, your boy. He whoop de whoop. Oh, go get him. And, and how the story goes. You know what I'm saying? But
Facts.
that's how that thing work out, bro.
But it do because it goes back to what we talked about, how you have to know how to even in that moment of being where you feel like you forgot, it's like, dog, man, when you on that side, you thinking that, oh, he ain't, you know what I'm saying? Because he done. It's been what was it? What, about 8 years? So it's just like that's a long time to be like, oh, I'm your boy, because you're in the state of like, okay, my boy gonna remember me because he get out, you know what I'm saying? Whoop de woo. You looking at, let's say, a week, you know what I'm saying, tops, and you just sitting there waiting like this, you scratching your head like, did he forget about me?
But
You know what I'm saying? Because it's the feeling of it,
the feeling of it.
you know.
But then, bro, you gotta understand. Even Joseph, him being in prison,
Mm-hmm.
this how you know you connected and submissive.
Facts.
Submissive. You're under the mission of what God got for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Even when he was in prison, my man's was still, because he could have been like, man, y'all got dreams. I don't care. I'm in here. I'm helping y'all. He still was a great steward.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Everywhere he went, he was a great steward. So even when he was in prison, dog, he
He was
was
still
in there.
being
He
used.
still allowed God to use him. So he
Perfect
allowed
example.
his gift to be the seed to get him out.
Exactly.
Oh, that's good.
He allowed
Exactly.
his gift to be the seed to get him
Oh,
out.
that's good. Oh, that's good.
So when you dealing with people, don't worry about how they. Sometimes you might have to be the one that drop that seed on the inside of them. It could be 20 years before they really change, but that change is gonna come from 20 years ago when you didn't do them how they did you.
Right.
Facts.
Straight up.
Because the seed has to still be planted. That's good, bro.
That's
sure.
good. Good.
Yeah.
And then
That's
had to
real.
turn around and help the people that put him in that situation in the first place.
And then he told them, no, y'all threw me in here, but God set it up this way.
Right.
That's some real.
So that let you know, God, he was like, God, why they sold me up in here? Like, you don't think he had conversations with him? You don't think so? He better, God, I'm around here in shackles. I'm around here with what's going on. I was a man. I was the man. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm in this, I'm in it, so he had to be on one accord with God. And if you're not in one accord with God, then you will abandon your gift. He didn't. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's what it is.
That's good.
That's good, bro.
That's the perfect example of being used in spite of. Because, like, we can easily buck the system, but will buck the system change anything? Will buck the system get that freedom that you're looking for? Nah. And then even when you look at different steps of things that we go through in life and different obstacles, sometimes you realize your submissiveness and the not wanting to do will unlock the what you would love to do or what you would like to do.
Bro, you know it's even crazier?
We got to go through the unnecessary.
This crazy, bro. His father gave him the coat of many colors. This crazy. When he got there in Egypt, what type of linen did the Potiphar and them give him? Same type of stuff. Coats. This and that. I'm talking about right before he gave him his wife and stuff like that. Right before he had his children and stuff like that. The same type of attire that his father gave him years ago was the same type of attire that was given to him in Egypt.
And you know what's crazy when you say that? There's the clues that we were talking about. that you may not realize what that clue may mean in the season that it is, but it is preparation for something else that has to coincide and go along with, because it's like God is literally showing you your future.
Mike
It's in the
said.
details.
Mike said that when before you came along on Earth, you was already in the atmosphere. Mike said, I remember this a couple years ago. We was talking. Mike said he found a picture. It's a picture of him where he got a suit on with a mic. Like a gray suit, right? When he started dropping, coming out as a speaker, what was he wearing? It's years ago.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? So it ain't no. It's almost like God, like he does what he does. Like he be foreshadowing things, bro.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? The first time I rapped in public was in church. What do I do now?
Yeah.
That's great. Right.
Same.
Right?
Right.
Same.
Right.
The first time I rapped in public on the microphone was in church. Before I even thought about taking it seriously. We was in the youth choir. Drew beating the drums. They was like, okay, y'all. I was a tenor. Yeah. I was a tenor, right?
Yeah.
So Francine was like, you know what I'm saying, because she was the youth choir director. Francine was like, look, we got concert night coming up. We got these few songs, but I'm gonna throw a little something special in there. Said, you can rap, right? Before I can answer, yeah, you rapping. And then Drew, you gonna beat the drums, and they gave me the song. They gave me this. So I'm learning the lyrics and stuff like that. I had it down pat. You know what I'm saying? Boom, get out there, church packed. Oh, snap.
It's real.
Need to get away.
I'm talking about church packed. I'm talking about like this. Church
Side by side,
they
elbow to
packed.
elbow.
All the pews is packed. Oh, snap. Get out there, they beating the drums, and then, they playing piano. You know what I'm saying? Then when you finna come out to get that look, they be like, you know what I'm saying? They get that look, like, they get that look.
Come Brandon do it.
They get that look, they be like, they be jamming. That look. And then, it be crazy. It be crazy because the person on the piano, the person on the piano, they always find some way to tell everybody what to do. They be
Right. They ain't saying a word
at all.
They be like, turn the mic up, right? So I did.
This is a parody.
Yeah, still playing. She look around. What said that? She look around. She didn't say nothing. Then she said, bro, I went there. I said 2 words and then blank. And this was my first freestyle. I freestyled the whole thing. I was killing. I was talking about Jesus and it was like. So we smashing it, right? So we go backstage by the pastor's office. There was like, she went to the side, she gave me a hug, she said, that wasn't the lyrics, but she did a real good job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Under pressure.
Yeah, under pressure.
Facts.
But yeah, bro, but that's how it is though. Like, if you sometimes you gotta be the one to drop that seed in there, and it is about perspective. And you do have to be in tune with God, because if you are in alignment with Him, then you will begin to it's a church, I think it's called Seven Hills. But the song and they have a church and they have a worship team. And a song that they have, correct me if I'm wrong, the song goes something like, open the eyes of my heart, Lord, I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart, I want to see you. So I'm like, okay. So when I'm going through it. Open the eyes of my heart, I want to see you. I want to see how you're gonna move in this. I need to see your presence in this situation, God, because I don't,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because I really don't.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Open the eyes in my heart so I can see you.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes your heart is deceptive.
Mm-hmm.
We be
Closed off.
wanting what we want. We want how we want it. We want the person who we want. They don't even care about us. We want them. We want the job. The job money good, but it's gonna drain you mentally and emotionally, and you ain't gonna have no time nor energy for your family.
Mm-hmm.
We want the newest car. We want that whip. Cause when we get that whip, we're gonna be sliding through the hood. But that whip that we want, that car payment is $450 above your budget,
Budget.
Mm-hmm.
right? Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that only comes when you are in a partnership with God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you can go from being used to being utilized.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good. I like that. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. That's good.
That's good. That's good.
Sheesh.
Because anyways, your gift ain't yours anyways.
Yes, sure, Lane.
Facts.
It's to be used in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm full. I'm like that was a bar, dude. That's too. It's just because man, I can only imagine where we're gonna be 5 years from now.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing it. We're going to be doing what we're doing in the form that God has already allowed for us to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Yeah.
He going to be getting medical money, married,
Mrs. Bag.
Mrs. Bag.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a daughter, straight,
Yeah.
chilling. You feel me?
Yeah.
Married, not unmarried. I'm not, bro. God bless all the baby daddies. Boy, I'm so glad y'all did it the right way. Because I'm
Only
telling
by
you,
the
man.
grace of God.
Listen.
Yeah.
Boy, I did some stupid stuff out there. I'm just being real.
I feel you.
I can only speak for myself. Cause yeah. But you know, I'll say this, and before we get up out of here, you know, God stretches us to shape us.
Mm-hmm.
And I always say this, right? Here's the thing about a rubber band. Once you stretch it, it's impossible for it to go back to its original form. And so what God does is he stretches you to shape you into the form in which he intended you to be, not where you are.
Mm-hmm.
And so what you cannot do is allow circumstances and things like that to try to reshape you in the place of where God just moved you from.
Yeah. That's good.
You know what I'm saying? Because in the stretching comes the reshaping. The reshaping can't come without the stretching. And so that means you have to be used a certain way to be utilized a certain way.
Right.
And so once you go from being used to utilized, then and only then can you continue to move forward from that point. Because if you allow yourself to try to go back, so now you're fighting to get back to a place you were never intended to go back to in the first place. Because God had already had the plan and the purpose in the end for where you're supposed to get. Like we said, like being used, going in places where, perfect example, using Joseph. Man still seeded his gift in the midst of turmoil. Still seeded his gift in the midst of chaos. Still seeded his gift in the place that he felt confound into. It was a prison, place of confinement. So you may be feeling like you're in a place of confinement right now, but at the end of the day, you still got a gift that God is trying to use. And here's the thing: that gift is always leading you to the purpose place in the first place, anyways. There's a purpose place that God has designed and assigned for you, but that purpose place requires you to go to a place to be used. And sometimes It may be in a place of confinement. Sometimes it might be we're firm believers sometimes, where we always go where you celebrate it, not where you tolerate it. Yes, that's true. That's a fact. That's a place that you get frustrated with people. You get frustrated with situations. But when God has that situation or that people or that frustration with your name on it, because you have to go through that to get to the other side, to the designated place of purpose, then it is what it is. You cannot try to transform what God reformed.
For real.
You understand? So, man, Blueprint Nation, this has been another gem, another eye-opening night for us, and I hope it has been for you as well. Because one of the things that we always tell you, God, this ain't nothing that's rehearsed, no script. It's right off the cuff.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day. So it's blessing and it's ministering to us as we travel to reach our next level, as we are encouraging you to reach yours at the same time. So we want to get up out of this place. We all want to make sure that you're blessed with the knowledge, wisdom, insight that God gives us to give to you. Just always remember from this place that wherever God is taking you, stop trying to transform what God has reformed. Don't go back to that place, because he's stretching you to reshape you. And you can't be like that rubber band you want to be like that rubber band, because once you're stretched, you can't go back to your original state, because he's creating you to that finished product, the better version of yourself, to the best version of yourself. And at the end of the day, you got to trust God that he has you just like he did Joseph. So, man, y'all know how we like to get up out of here. Shoot for the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. And if you think different and be different, you'll have the opportunity to live different. And once again, we'll see you on the other side of success. Once again, Blueprint Nation. Hey, we'll see y'all next week. Peace.